Hi, it's me Shouvik from Mystical Sun, and in today's video, we will be talking about a sad but important topic: deforestation. Well, what is deforestation? Deforestation, well, put in simple terms, is basically cutting down trees. Now, is that all? Nope. It also destroys and ruins animals' habitats. And not only that, there are pros and cons of deforestation, and we'll look at all of them together in this video. So, are you gonna be excited for this video? To learn all about deforestation and its goods and its bads. Let's get started. Exactly, that's a forest. We can't cut it down because the trees help us breathe air. We don't, we always need air. We can't just live without air. Exactly. And they breathe out air, which we breathe in. And we breathe out carbon dioxide, which they breathe in. This is how the ecosystem works. It's balanced. And you're also ruining the habitats of animals. Because I've also seen this video on YouTube once. There was an orangutan struggling because somebody was cutting down the tree. And that's not good. So we need to help them. That's the con. But in introduction of the pros, they, the trees, if you cut them down, they'll have a lot more space. You get to have more products like paper, toilet paper are the luxury ones, and you also get you don't have to invest too much money to get the things, the computers, and it's like also easy and cheap. Now that we've gone through the introduction of them, how do we classify these? So let me take you on the journey of short term and long term. Now, what is short term and what is long term? Short term is basically short. It something happens in a very short time. In the sense like a week or a month. But long term means it doesn't happen immediately. It takes a long time to actually come. In the sense, let's say there's a tsunami coming that'll be long term. It can't be short term because it doesn't happen immediately. It'll not be like, oh, there's a tsunami coming. A tsunami happens. No, it's like that. Like, oh, tsunami's coming, everything comes, and then few hours, few days, few months, then some waves come, then bigger waves, and then the bigger stuff come, and then the whole thing gets destroyed, and then the whole gush comes. It's not like get the gush, it gushes out. No, the water doesn't gush immediately. Like that, there's short term and long term for these deforestation and what happens. So now, since there are a lot of topics, let's look at the short term of both of them, pros and cons. So we have that the pros, it has a lot of space, and also people can get more jobs for wood cutting, and that is why people, yeah, that's short term because people will be like, okay, we need to cut a tree, get a job, you get job, done. It's like that. But long term is like, okay, for example, long term is like you're gonna get like so many products because it'll take a long time. Like you have to go, then get it processed, then get to the whole factory and all of that. Except for some products like paper. Like paper, you literally scrape out the wood, put it to the factory. The factory just does something to it like in a few hours. That's how it only takes a week to manufacture that. But other than that, the wood, it also takes a lot of time to cut it and then shape it and do all of that and do all that hard work. Yep. So that's the difference between short term and long term. Next, let's go to why we need to use this to classify it. So basically, this is now how we need to classify them. The classification of them. it, because short term and long term will decide when we have these problems how much time will take to like fix them, or what to do when they come, or like what happens and how much time it'll take. And it's also a good geography thing to learn. So in we also know about the pros and cons, and now we know about what the short term and long term stuff are. So we also know that deforestation is bad and now sometimes good as well. So the classification helps us to classify them in the sense, well, yeah, classification is obviously classifying them, but we need that to determine how much time it'll take to do something and how much to get the product solved. And now we will be looking at why deforestation has done some bad impacts on humans. Okay, it's basically done some very bad impacts on humans in the sense it has done lots of bad stuff, lots. And here are the bad stuff it's happened. If we will have less oxygen to like breathe in. I mean, yeah, it's actually long term, because it's like you cut it down. We still have some oxygen, but then slowly, we'll be like, where's the oxygen? Where's the oxygen? Oh no. Exactly. We need to live. Humans need to live in this world. What was it made for? For flora and fauna and human and no microorganisms and all the stuff, and yeah, all these creatures to live on. We need oxygen. So they breathe out oxygen which comes to us. Otherwise, how are we getting the oxygen to breathe in? Trees, plants, flowers. That's why. If it wasn't for them, I don't know if many humans would be living right now. Then the population of the earth would be like the right now would be like the earth in 2500s or something. Also, we also need to know it's done a very bad impact on humans by it's causing they burn it a lot, and that is like it's I know they think it is more efficient, and cutting down, burning them, it creates less time for us to be in nature, because actually there is scientific research. It has just somebody has been doing like so much wrong in their homework. They went outside for nature for 3 minutes and they came back, and what did they get? Really good marks. So nature can really help us. We can't cut them down. Can't cut the nature down. The nature is for us to help. It's helping us. Now let's look at why it is good. Yeah, it has a few reasons, but let's learn about both of them. Okay, the reason it is good, the pros of it, is that it can give us more space for roads, highways, stuff, cars, vehicles. Yeah, it creates more space instead of like forest choking us. Then we also need it for all our products. As I've been telling a lot, we need these products. And as I told you, it's in short term. Some of the paper, but most of them is like the wood you have to get, shape, put. Otherwise, how I'm putting my iPad to record this on a wooden table. How would this be coming up? I'd be on the floor showing all my room and all my trash right now if I wasn't for this table and if it wasn't for trees. Trees also clearing the doing that. When you cut down the trees, it also helps, because we also not only get more space, not only get our products, but also when we cut down the trees, we can use that wood for different now I said products, but I was talking about wood and paper. But the products what about pine oil, palm oil, all these oils that moisturize our skin, cream. These can also be, they also have cocoa trees. When we cut them down, we get the cocoa out of them, and you all like chocolate, don't you? It will be gone if we cut all the trees. I mean, it would be gone if we didn't cut all the trees. Because we get cocoa out of the trees. Some trees, like the cocoa plants, and that cocoa is manufactured. It takes like 6 weeks, 6 months, and it gets manufactured. And chocolate, it gets into chocolate, and that chocolate is put into stores, marketing price. Then it goes to another store. We buy it, take it home, and eat it, and then it gets consumed. So yeah, that is how the pros and cons work. Now I also want to tell you about what happens when we don't take care of our planet. Yeah, if we don't take care of our planet, I was talking about the trees. Because yeah, I talked about the bad impact on humans, but did I talk about the bad impacts on animals? I didn't, but now I will. The animals are losing their habitats, as I said in the start of the video, but have I explained more? I will explain more on it. You see, when you cut the trees, they either live against the trees, they leave the nest. You cut down the tree, slice the bird's nest down, eggs broken, and the mother bird is very sad that her eggs will be gone. The birds will be dead. The animals will be dead. They will be on a tree, they will fall down, they'll get hurt. Injuries will happen really bad. So that's why also cutting down the trees is not really good. I don't like cutting down trees really much. That's why we shouldn't. Pattern time. Have you spotted a pattern? Most of the pros and cons, it's about the pros and cons. Let me give you 5 seconds, or you can pause the video to think what the pattern I'm thinking about is. Done. You're gonna pause the video or pause the video right now if you need more time. Okay, so actually the pattern is short-term effects are normally good stuff for cutting down trees, good reasons. But long-term effects are negative reasons. It's just a pattern I spotted. It's a pattern we should learn about. Now I'll just show you how it is. How is it? Well, we take, other than most of the products, like for paper to get it, it's like very easy to like just get it and then done. But like for the big stuff, normally the negative stuff are big, like no oxygen. It takes lots of time to oxygen to go because we already have lots of oxygen accumulated in this planet Earth. Also, that all the trees will be gone, all the habitats will be gone. They live around the ground, and then see don't have any home. The animal will be like, but don't cut down trees. It's really bad. Imagine if some big metallic monster came, and every time they knocked down a bit of your house, you would at least hit them. It hit the monster once, wouldn't you? Exactly how the animals feel, the fauna, how it feels. Yep. Okay. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's do a quick recap. So the quick recap is that we have searched about what the good stuff and bad stuff of it. For example, deforestation, it gives us more space and gives us more wood, but it's bad because the oxygen levels will decrease and the habitats will be gone for us and animals. We have also seen the short term and long term, and we've also seen the patterns of it. How it can be a pattern that short term effects are normally very good, but the long term effects, well, they're negative. So yeah, we've been seeing that, and that's basically our recap. We've seen all about the deforestation, and now you know much more about deforestation. Don't forget to tell me if you've learned something new in this video. Okay guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, and hope to see you next time.